Well, hey, good afternoon. It's been a little while since we made any videos. I've been pretty busy roofing and, I don't know, doing stuff that's not so much fun. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about in this video are kind of highlights our broccoli and cauliflower and some, I guess, the problems we're having with it, mainly because of the heat. So let's take a look, see what we have. This is our cauliflower. Again, all the plants are just super healthy. This post is about 3 foot tall, and as you can see, a lot of these plants are about 2.5 feet tall, 1.5 feet wide. It's just like crazy. But it's been kind of a disappointment. We had a kind of it's been uncommonly hot here in the last couple weeks. First couple weeks of June. It's just been kind of a hot spring so far. A lot of rain too. And so consequently, when the temperatures are in the 90s and these plants are in the heading, you know, forming heads or just about to form heads, they won't form heads if it's too hot. And so again, I've got all these beautiful cauliflower plants. There's 40 of them in that bed, but I've only got one that has formed a head. These are purple of Sicily, and I'm going to let that go a little while longer till the head's about 5 inches in diameter. But that's the only head that I see so far of all these plants. None of the others have headed because the heat. It's just been too hot. So kind of a bummer. Over here is my broccoli, same story. Well, a little different story, but basically same size plants. Some of these are almost 3 foot tall. This one here, I mean, they're huge. These have produced heads, but the heads are real loose. I mean, they're wanting to bolt or flower, and again, it's because it's too hot. We have managed to get a few heads of broccoli like here. This is probably the best one here, and it's ready. I'll be cutting this after this video. But there are a couple that's too late. I mean, they went straight to seed. They bolted on me and flowered because it's so hot. Again, 40 plants, kind of a mixed bag. About half of them have started forming heads, but they're really small. They get about this size and then they start opening up, flowering. This is the Romanesco broccoli, and it's starting to form. Kind of be interesting to see what that looks like once it's all out. But and then some of these haven't formed heads at all, just like the cauliflower. So again, kind of a bummer. You know, we'll salvage what we can. And then what I plan on doing is just mulching these plants into the beds. You know, I get something from them. Kind of recycle the nitrogen, the organic matter that's in them. So what do you do? I mean, I planted these, oh gosh, end of March, beginning of April. I mean, as soon as I could get them in the ground, we did, and it was cool for a while, and rain and everything, but the heat again has just kind of wreaked havoc on these cool weather crops. But not everything was a failure as far as the cold weather. The cabbage, it's pretty hardy, and we've got a few heads. Most of these are starting to head. These are Jersey Wakefield cabbages, are an early type, I think 1 to 2 pound heads, and I've got a couple varieties that are another variety that's 2 to 3 pound heads, and most of these are starting to close up. You know they're ready when these cones are hard, and that's ready, and we'll get in there and cut it right there at the base. Peel back the loose leaves and we're good to go. Make some good freezer slaw out of that. So these were awesome. every one of them have done exactly what they're supposed to do, and the weather hasn't seemed to be a factor like it has, or like it's been for the broccoli and cauliflower. Our kohlrabi, as you can see, we've harvested about half of it, and they've been really good. The heads have been, you know, about 3 inches across, and that one's about ready. We had one kind of mutate on me. I don't know if fungus got into it or whatever, or maybe it was a super schmetzel that got in, you know, wrong seed. But this thing's about twice as big as all the other ones and split there. Those have done really well. The onions are doing awesome. I need to weed these beds a little bit. But in another couple months, around August, September, these will be ready. You can see they're already getting pretty big down there. If I wanted to, I could trim the foliage here so that they would, but I'm just letting them go. Once these are ready, what I'll do is just pull them out of the ground, just let them sit in the same bed and just let them dry out. And then once they're dried out or kind of proofed, I'm planning on weaving the tops, that by then, you know, it'll be wilted and everything, weaving them together and just hanging them on the wall in a cool place, basement or garage. And then I'm going to be interested to see what our potatoes do. These plants are about 2.5 feet tall. They got the flowers on the ends. This is a Yukon Gold, and so this is a sign that there's potatoes ready to be harvested. You know, if I wanted to get some early, but what I'm gonna do is just let them go. The plants will wilt, and then it'll be time to dig these potatoes up. We got some fingerling potatoes over here, not near as tall, maybe a foot tall. And my Yukon Gold over here. So those are doing really well. And then the lettuce, even though it's been hot, it's been awesome. We've gotten plenty of salads out of that. One other thing that was that turned out to be, you know, halfway decent, that didn't start out so well, was the carrots. They really come in. I haven't harvested any yet. I pulled one tonight, and it's about 1.5 inches in diameter, about 6-7 inches long. But these are doing real well, and I'll be harvesting these probably in the next month or so. So that's it for now.